Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Pirillo, and you've tuned in to another live edition of the Locker Room Daily Report, or TLDR for short. I'm laughing because it's been about a month, honestly. I got out of the cycle or the habit when what was the first thing that happened? I had to leave the house because they were finishing the hardwood floor. So that was about a week, and I still stream. Of course, I've been streaming. Then that was done, and then what happened? I got back, and I was busy putting things back in order.
Yep.
Like trying to put things back in order. Things are, I would say, for the most part, back in order. I still do have to go through the room where all the Lego stuff was set up, and that's something I have not done. I haven't had the cycles to do it because after getting things facilitated again, I think I got sick, and then my parents showed up, and then I had kind of like enough mental bandwidth, but then what happened? Jedi Fallen, or sorry, I keep saying it, Jedi Survivor was released. So I'm I don't know where the hell the time went. Like, I just know that it's been, if it's not been one thing, or it's been another. And I've been doing my best to kind of keep things maintained and in between, but it's been one of those months, I guess, for lack of any other way of being able to explain it. So I'm trying to find myself back into a groove. Part of getting back into a groove is doing TLDR in the evenings. This is my big question, really, and I think some of you, even I think Skepta earlier, I think had mentioned, yeah, it's kind of nice to have something around this time. I don't have any specific time that I want to do TLDR. I can't even remember why I went 7 o'clock. I think it was because other people had a better time at 7. So I'm going to set up a poll, possibly on Discord, that I'd like everybody to participate in. Like, what is the best time to do it? I ended up doing a lot of stuff at 6 o'clock live because I had my gig at Intel, which is now done. That is officially wrapped up. I got my severance and everything. So I could easily start doing things at 5, right? I can move it back to 5 Pacific and keep it at that time frame, at least for the time being. But I am looking for, ideas on what might be the best time, because I don't want to keep people up too late, and I don't want to do it too early. So anyway, so that vote is going to be coming down the pike. I'm also going to try to, now that, spoiler alert, right? I was playing Jedi Survivor, God, nonstop. How many hours did I log? Okay, so I don't even need to look. I want to say close to 48 hours total game time. Because I was at 24 hours, I think, this morning, but it had lost my first 12 because I had to reinstall the client because I had to roll back drivers, because I updated my drivers after the first day and then things went wonky. So I had to roll back. I'm sorry, I upgraded the drivers only to have to roll them back, and the EA client also got rolled back in that kerfuffle. So yeah, I want to say I put a good 48 hours into Jedi Survivor, and just now, minutes before starting this recording tonight, minutes before starting TLDR, wrapped it up. Like, I am done. I've played through it, but I'm still going to go back and unlock bosses and find things and do that. I mean, because that is kind of fun to explore. And I was asking before, because before the stream, before TLDR happened, I told people that as I got through it said, now you can unlock a new journey plus, which would basically carry over skins and upgrades and skills and everything, and allow you to play the whole thing again. I'm like, why would you want to do that? Like, there are other things that kind of happen that kind of up the play value. But honestly, I feel like I got my money's worth out of that game alone, for story, for graphics, for gameplay. Definitely buggy. I'm running on the PC. Sorry. I just updated the patch to the patch the EA released today. Can't say that it fixed anything. In fact, if anything, I feel it introduced a glitch, like where things go and then they kind of hiccup. So I had more hiccups with the patch. But suffice to say, despite those like minor hiccups, well, major hiccups because I ended up I wasn't able to complete a puzzle. I haven't spoken to anybody in 4 days, so like I'm not speaking very fluently right now. But anyway, I said, well, why would people want to do that? Like I would rather have, because I see like there are different places of the map that were still like locked away. So I know there are some things that I have yet to get to, and I don't know what it's going to take to unlock those places. So I'm still very curious as to what it'll take to get through to places that are currently frozen away. But I said, why would you want to play, the same game again with these upgrades? And oh man, sorry, I haven't gotten much sleep because I've been staying up late playing Jedi Survivor. Mr. Goat said, "See, Chris, people who play games like to play games multiple times, kind of like how you watch Star Wars more than once." Yeah, I know, but I guess in playing the game, I just feel like, I don't know, part of it is the mystery of like what's around the corner, what's going to happen next. And if I already kind of know what's going to happen next, and with the movie, it's fine because it's passive, but a game is more active. The game is far more active,
right,
and interactive. So I'm not as interested in driving an interactive experience. Like if you were to say, oh, do you want to play Cuphead again? I'm like, I'd play the next iteration of Cuphead, but I don't know if I want to play Cuphead again, right? Like I don't think I want to put myself through that, not even for fun, because it was stressful enough. Oh, again, so let's see here.
You're going to cut that out.
4 days, I know. 4 days, 48 hours. So 2 of the past 4 days have gone into playing this game, basically.
At least 12 hours a day.
God. At least. Easily.
Because I logged almost 9 the first day, and you played 4 hours after I did.
Yeah, I kept going. I couldn't stop.
No.
Yeah, I got it direct, from EA. I just figured it was just as easy. I kept trying to go through CD keys because I was going to save like $20, and for some reason their system wasn't working. So I tried to save money, did not save money, ended up paying the full amount. And I got to tell you, the game, it was worth the full amount. Like it absolutely was. Like I really enjoyed it, or have been enjoying it. Will continue to kind of come back to it. I've been running it on that laptop that I unboxed. The what is this? The IBM
Lenovo
Legion laptop. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I was very, very happy with it. Very, very happy. Minus the driver hiccups that I had. It played very smoothly on the screen. The screen was beautiful. I was able to pipe it into the live stream on Twitch here. I've had it at my desk pretty much permanently as I was playing the game. But yeah,
it was the first time you've had your lights on in like 4 days.
Yeah, well, because I wanted it dim as I was like focusing on what was on the screen. Yeah, I'm kind of like a mole. Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
with light?
He's a hermit.
Can't handle this. So I am slowly but surely clawing my way back to, like, okay, what do I need to do next? What am I going to be doing? And so I'm going to try to get back into the groove of the My View and Fewer Than Two, the video series on YouTube. Because again, for the past 4 weeks have been incredibly disruptive to my schedule, like beyond. Like it was just a culmination of like all these things kind of combined. And now at least I don't feel compelled. Why does Chris not play video games? Why? Because when I get into a game, that's what I do. I mean, what you saw me do, Glendon, like I can't just go, oh, it's a game and put it down. Like, no, like when it comes to games that I'm like really, really, really into, like it is impossible for me to peel myself away. Impossible, especially story-based games where I'm just like thinking, okay, where do I go next? How do I do this? What do I do there? So, it's a big reason why I don't, or like I'll play Tetris, but you'll see me play Tetris, but it's like even the games that I play that I enjoy, I have to quit. Like I have to walk away. I'm like, I'm at level 150 or whatever. I'm like, I can't, I'm done. I'm done. I can't keep going. So yeah, it's, that has been my life, but obviously I don't think I would have been able to play as easily with the graphics like cranked up, I even had ray tracing on, and that was beautiful. It did nerf the frame rate, but it was absolutely, I mean, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful game. So the Lenovo Legion handled it like a champ. 12th gen Intel processor inside, NVIDIA GeForce. What is it? 3080?
3070 Ti.
3070 Ti. I couldn't remember which one it was. I'm not very good with the numbers. But yeah, played like a champ, fast enough, or as fast as I could expect it. If I did not have this laptop to play it on, I probably would have been, I would have used the PC that I used for to drive the live stream. It would have been a slightly different setup. It's a Tiger Lake system. I would have hoped that it would have been able to handle it, but I don't know if it would have been able to handle it as well as this one did.
Probably not.
That's my gut.
Right.
So now that I've unlocked everything, then I feel okay in just handing my controller to Jedi and say, "Here, have at it. Here you go." Because like sometimes she wants to play, I'm like, I don't want her to ruin something, or I don't want her to miss something, and like I don't want to hand it off, especially when I'm in the middle of playing a game.
Yep.
But that's the big deal. So I haven't been steeped in a lot of tech news. I've caught a few things as light things as I've skimmed along the headlines. This is one thing, and Big Fan brought it up. What do I think of the Twitter putting up the full Super Mario Brothers movie over the weekend? Well, Twitter didn't, but users did, and Twitter did not know how to handle it. But shock. Twitter, in fact, had a bug that's since been patched where if you put blue check, allegedly, and this is according to reports, if you put blue check in your Twitter profile, you actually got a blue check. And that it was like it may have only been visible to you, but just by putting the words blue check in your profile, I mean, like that, and they fixed that, issue, but it's just like Twitter is being held together by bubble gum and duct tape.
Yeah.
At this point, I mean, that's just yikes. Yeah, and I know you're not as big into Twitter, but one quick way of weaning yourself off: involve yourself in other things. So I have not been paying attention to Twitter as much. I haven't even 3D printed as much. This is the last 3D print I did. It's a little Scout Walker. It's got multiple pieces that you put together, and it printed well enough. I don't know if I'm going to be printing multiples because it got a little fudgy with some of the smaller pieces that I wasn't really happy about. But still, it's not flexy, but it's like the pieces, they articulate. They come together and they articulate. So
that's cool.
You can position it, and I have not shot shot a photo of it in order to post it and share it. So that was 3 days ago. I've not even turned on my 3D printer. I've got the next print I'm going to be doing, I think, is going to be the Armorer that was released by Wexter. Yeah, today or yesterday.
Yeah, today.
Yeah. So I've been, my mind has been, if it's not on Star Wars, it's on Star Wars. But in terms of the technology that I've been using, that had been about it. I have logged on to Twitter and scrolled. I just haven't been as active, and quite honestly, I'm not even sure anybody even noticed in me being inactive in one way or another. Is AI chatbot down? I haven't even tried. Yeah, I haven't even tried. I'm getting spam on hang on. Is Twitter down, or was this today? Yeah, today Twitter is apparently down for thousands of people. Apparently, again, this is a great thing to or a great reason to actually not use Twitter, or to specifically find yourself something else to preoccupy yourself through. Because honestly, it's been difficult to leave Twitter behind, but I admit that I'm not using it, even beyond, being sucked into other things. I'm definitely not using all that much. And I know you're not really a social media user.
No, not heavily. I dabble here and there. Not even as much as I used to, which wasn't a lot, wasn't saying much.
So in tech news, researchers used a GPT AI model and IMRI readings to non-invasively decode continuous language from human subjects, which is a breakthrough in reading people's thoughts. Wow. I mean, this is sci-fi, man.
Yeah.
That's like the future. But in the right hands, oh yeah, it's fine. It's innocuous. But in the wrong hands, or, imagine having sensors like on your glasses, or wearing some kind of sensors, or having sensors saying, Glendon is currently pissed off. I'm like, okay, well, that's good to know. I now, you become somewhat of an NPC at that point. Now I can tell, and I can read without. I would use technology to be able to tell me exactly what you might be thinking or feeling. That's coming. That's not
freaky,
a pie in the
man.
sky.
I'm just telling you, that's not something that I'm looking forward to.
Well, these are things that, in terms of practicality, not going to see the light of day within the next, decade. I can't imagine there being anything.
No, I would say not. But it's coming.
Speaking of coming, Automatic's going to be dropping its Jetpack's ability, which is a plugin that everyone has with WordPress, like millions and millions of sites, if not billions at this point. The ability to automatically tweet blog posts. So that's going away, which bloggers use to automatically, they could find an alternative, but just not having something natively, because Elon is nerfing his own platform. So vicariously, other platforms are having to respond in kind. Although in parallel, Mastodon, they've got a new onboarding experience that basically makes Mastodon.social the default server choice. That's the server I'm on. If only to decrease confusion, instead of requiring users to pick from thousands of instances, which a lot of people on Mastodon, as you can imagine, are kind of upset about that. They're like really ticked off because they're like, wait a minute, what about choice? What about this? What about that? And like, what the problem is, the people, new users that have not yet been onboarded, don't know where to start, don't know who to turn to. And for whatever it's worth, I've been just as active on Mastodon as I have on every site lately. I really haven't, and honestly, I don't feel like I've necessarily lost anything either. I don't feel like I've missed out on anything one way or another. It looks like we got a link here. Facebook is laying off 1,500 Bay Area jobs. Yeah, tech layoffs continue. AWS lost employees. Like everyone. Like it's a bad market. It's really, 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 really bad. Really bad. So another reason why I'm just like, well, I'm not. Why beat my head up against the wall fighting for a job that doesn't exist? Just drowning myself in depression. Like every time I look at LinkedIn, it's just like, I seriously, LinkedIn is probably, I hate LinkedIn. I hate it. LinkedIn is a necessary evil. I hate LinkedIn. I do. I genuinely hate it. But it's because every time I look, it's just it's a whole bunch of saccharine posts and you got to use it. Like, you're looking for a job, you have to use it. There's no way around it. Can't avoid it if you're looking for that kind of a job specifically and looking to make connections. I haven't figured out. The problem is, this is the problem I have with social media today. As much as like a lot of people, I can't just do tech. Because I don't. My head's not always just in tech. and my brand, my personal brand, is not tech, and people want to associate tech with Chris Pirillo,
Right.
and it's a problem that I've tried to overcome, but it's just like I can't, like I just. But unless tech includes me talking about the latest video game I'm playing, or the latest 3D print that I've got going, or something to social media, but it's I couldn't even tell you. I guess Google's going to be releasing a fold device that some people are going gaga over. I have at this point, no interest in it. I mean, I have a Pixel 7 Pro and I'm fine with it. I'm okay with it. I don't really need it. I'm not, I mean, I do use it. Do you only have one smartphone, Glendon?
I have two. I primarily just use the iPhone though, because that's what all of my friends and family use. So just for ease of use, by default, I was just kind of stuck with it.
Okay, that makes sense. Google's going to be splitting ringtone and notification volume into Android devices, which I thought I already had. I mean, but I'm on Samsung, so it's like if I go, yeah. So I've got notifications, volume, ringtone, notification. Yep. See, I'm on Samsung, yeah. So it's like anything on Samsung's devices, you can just assume is
even on the Note series that I'm still using. Yep. I can do that.
Yep. And the only time I've been using my phone is specifically like in the morning when I'm checking stuff, or at night when I'm checking stuff. Lately, that's been me. But yeah, I think Google's got their event that's coming up in the next little while too. So that makes sense. They're going to be talking about the next version of Android, and I'm sure what they're doing with AI. That does not surprise me. No shock here, no shock there. Everything has been going according to plan. It's my channeling error. Okay, I'll try not to talk about Star Wars, although I will remind everybody that Thursday is May the 4th. So I'm going to do something different. I'm going to talk about Star Wars that day.
Are you serious?
I'm thinking about it.
Wow.
I'm leaning into it. I'm really strongly considering it.
Yeah, it's something to consider.
Yeah, it's something that I feel like
it's what the people want.
Yeah, I don't talk about it all that much. Maybe you do. I'm not much of a Star Wars guy, and I don't get a lot of the new hardware stuff either. I mean, I don't like. I know there's new laptops released all the time, but unless I get one sitting in front of me and I have a chance to use it, I can't. Yeah. It's just. I'm not using it, so what am I supposed to do?
Yep.
Amazon canceled their health devices, by the way. I don't know if you knew this.
I did hear that. Yes.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I mean, I only knew one person who had Amazon health devices, and it shocked me. I'm like, because I forgot it even existed. Honestly.
I don't know anybody that used it.
Apparently I knew one person. I saw him on LinkedIn. And I'm like, okay, why is anybody using this?
Like, yeah, I'd forgotten it was even a thing.
Well, not anymore. It is done. It is over with. It is finished. Google's got its May software update, which if you have the Pixel, you already have. You have that. It'll roll out. All those fixes will roll out in due time. I'm still on April for my my phone, the Samsung S23 Ultra. The one upgrade I am looking forward to is Chrome desktop, and the reason why is because right now the shipping build is specifically 112, and they've improved like responsiveness and memory, et cetera, and they showed a clip of like improved 111, 112, and then 113. So I don't know if I'm going to feel that bump, but it's just kind of nice to know it's coming down the pike. So Chrome 112 was slightly more responsive allegedly, or at least according to some benchmarks from Google, in some ways, like more responsive or faster. Not speed wise, you're not going to see like night and day, but it's just incremental, right? The things that you don't really notice, but they definitely add up. CNoop has got his Lego Star Wars sets orders. Nice. I don't know which ones. I shouldn't go into it right now, but honestly, the only exclusive that they've got right now that for this is the May the 4th deal, right? You gotta watch for Star Wars deals. Although this year I'm not sure there's a lot of deals to be had. You get the only thing that I want for as a bonus is the VIP coin set gift. That would be cool, and that's just a VIP gift with Lego Star Wars purchases 85 or more, and then plus you get a miniature X-wing, which isn't as exciting. But that coin, I admit, I'm like really interested in. So I'm going to try to find that's like you have to get Lego Star Wars, and the deals are happening now, so you can get them now. I don't think we have an affiliate program anymore. If you spend 150, you get a Lego Death Star 2 exclusive model, and these models might end up. You're better off if you're doing it to as an quote unquote investment. You're better off getting those smaller sets, because that Lego Death Star 2, I can almost guarantee will be worth at least the price that you paid to get it itself, because these are exclusives and there's no other way of getting them apart from eBay, right? And at which point you're going, oh well, maybe I should have just bought the whole thing. Yeah. So yeah. I wouldn't sleep on that for Lego deals certainly, but for Star Wars deals. Hey,
I need to get on that for sure.
Yeah.
I want the X-wing.
I would love to see more Lego building. I really would, and I really would love to see it. I mean, the problem is I only have so much space, and I'm not necessarily just a Lego streamer. Right?
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of a challenge, but I'd still welcome as people do it if they're not streaming in their own space. To if you don't feel like doing a game or doing one thing or another, throw on the camera and do something, right? And CNIP, I was going to ask, today I did TLDR, started TLDR, right around, I just try to do it right around 7, end up getting things kind of staged for the recording, for the archive that nobody watches anyway. But what would be a best time for a TLDR broadcast if you ever wanted to join? Because I think I have some flexibility between 5 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. So I just soon lean towards the people who can tune in. And I'll be running the poll, or having the poll. I'll be posting it to Discord. Yeah, big fan just shared the link to the Star Wars deals, but honestly, there's not that much. I mean, there's Star Wars is like it's paltry. Like the deals right now are just paltry because there's nothing big, right? There's no big movie release apart from the video game, which is great. EA took its lumps though. EA definitely shipped a buggy product. It did work. It does work. It is good. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's perfect, but I was able to play it all the way through and I enjoyed myself, which is just amazing for me. CNIP, okay, is saying 6 p.m. That's kind of my inclination.
And I agree too. 6 o'clock p.m. would be best for me.
Okay. We can easily, I have a feeling that's going to be the sweet spot for it. More exclusives at Disney parks this year. There's also Doc Ondar Black Series that's going to be at least
May the 4th. It's on Disney Shop Disney.
Is it? Okay.
I think so. Yep.
Because I'll be loading up for that. When you used to do your streams at 6 p.m. each day, seemed to work well for a lot of people. Yeah. So hence, wanting to get back into the groove. I was sucked in, as I was saying, by Jedi Fallen or Jedi Survivor. Although I will say they have set the stage perfectly for another sequel, like they just.
Yeah, I think it was set up to be a trilogy from the beginning.
It kind of makes sense. They've left, and hopefully they're going to begin working on it. Because that was worth. I will say it was worth the wait for sure. And
That's awesome.
I wish I was more into video games, as much as other people are, because then I'd be upgrading this and upgrading that and then doing this and then doing that. But like, here I am. I'm happy with my laptop. I'm happy with my pretty, beautiful Lenovo Legion. I just love that keyboard. Still, I love. So I need to find another reason to use this on a regular basis.
More games.
Well, but which game? I was having problems with Wi-Fi. I had to plug it in. I had to run a cable.
Have you tried it since then?
No, not since the first day of rolling back, because I was just like, I don't want to mess with it. I just know it works.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had no problems with Wi-Fi the first day, but I have a feeling it's something with the chipset not liking the location of the access point. And I hate wireless troubleshooting. So what I'm going to do is permanently, I'm going to be doing, I'm going to just keep the cable. I'm going to have it attached somewhere back there and just run it when I need to run it. When I need to plug in. I don't know if you have those options, or you mess with those options on your end too, Glendon, with networking.
No, I hardwire everything.
Really?
Yeah. Yep, everything at my desk, PC, Mac. The Mac is now. Once I got my dock in, I even hardwired it.
Yeah, I've got the Mac hardwired.
Yep. So everything that I use that I can, hardwired. Xbox Series X, hardwired. I've just got a long Ethernet cable running from the router.
Yeah, I hadn't messed with, like, once my network is set, like, I'm good. Like, I don't need to be messing with anything. It is good. I'm happy. I'm satisfied. And that's what was really throwing me off. I think I had one other issue, specifically, again, in this location. I can't remember which laptop it was, but like the access, was here was problematic, but as soon as I moved away, it was fine. It's flipping bizarre, man. I tried everything, and it was just not happy, specifically in this location.
Awesome to hear, Sino. I will reach out to you, and at your convenience, whenever you're ready to show us the breakdown and the ins and outs of that server, then you just let me know.
Survival, wait till Christmas. Yeah. Let me put it this way: if it wasn't for Mine 37388, I'd be out of pocket. Mine 37388 ended up, like, with all transparency, he cheered $100, which basically covered the cost of the game, which I felt on its own was still worth the cost of the game. So, I feel like that made it worth playing, right? Just getting the cost of the game covered. So, right. I thanked him profusely, for that, because he had tuned in and he was watching. But a lot of people are definitely going to wait. I don't know if I could have waited. I don't know. Even to save money, I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. The next thing I may end up doing, now that I've kind of played through it, just to get this off the desktop, I may end up installing, assuming I have enough space on the drive, the game specifically on the Tiger Lake system, the one that I'm running the stream through, for StreamYard, if only as a matter of convenience. It could certainly be more powerful, absolutely, but I don't know if every time I want to play the game, I really don't want to be dragging out, one laptop or another.
Sure.
And I got it again through EA. Since it's an EA game, I just went through. I just went through Origin. Did I see that link? Yes, big fan. Thank you so much. Mystery Goat says, I never buy full price games anymore. Go on sale too often, too quickly. Well, I don't. If it's like I'll do like the Epic Games, and like every Thursday there's like 1 or 2 new titles. In fact, this week I think there are 2 titles, if I remember correctly. And it's also, so Poker Club and Breath Edge are currently free on Epic, and then you could also watch on on Discord, in the, let's see here, what is it? It is under free redeem codes. Yasir has been posting things, and there's also the video games channel, which will tell you like GOG had a giveaway. I don't think it's in anymore. That was posted on the 28th. So you can you can get a lot of those games for free. But like if it's a game that I really, really, really want, I'm going to pay for it. Like I've paid for a lot of games that otherwise I would not, I wouldn't have done. I would have been satisfied just completely to wait.
It looks like right now, I was just looking at Jedi Survivor on Amazon.
Yeah.
The PlayStation 5 version, if anybody's interested, it looks like there's a $10 off coupon on it right now.
Wow.
You can save $10.
Wow.
Not a whole lot, but for a game that's just been out 3 days.
That's not bad. See, I would have done that.
$10 off. Yeah.
Anything
for a physical copy.
See, I'm not, I guess I'm, even there's like the exclusive deluxe skins and all that. I mean, I did, admittedly, I was like, yeah, I wasn't really into it. I did customize, not much, but I did, and I may continue to do that.
I love the customization.
I'm not as much into it. I don't know. I didn't mind it, I guess. Mm-hmm. It's nice to have, but not like, oh, I need to have this. I ended up shaving his head though in the third act. I'm not going to tell you why, but like,
okay.
But I'll say he does look more like me now. Cal Kestis now looks like, you're getting him?
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah, trouble has arrived.
There we go. Let's the triumvirate. The triumvirate. Although he's muted.
Oh, am I? Oh,
there you are. Now you're not
anymore. You're good.
Okay. Sorry, I thought it was on my mixer.
So you can wait. I couldn't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait for the game. Yeah. I actually, it's taken me a long time to warm up to the other one, like the first one, because when I first got it, it felt slow to me, and I don't like when I get lost, and maybe I just don't know how to play the game right. But then recently I went back to it and actually got some progress on it, and then I was like, okay.
Well, I will say this: you will actually like Survivor. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Because High Republic is involved, and there are certain things that I know.
Oh no, you told me that. Now I'm gonna have to.
Oh, and also there's fast travel. Though.
You just wrote me in with that.
you did. You got
him.
You
totally wrote me in.
No, but here's the thing.
You're kidding though, right? They have references in it.
Yes.
There's,
oh man,
you'll probably get more out of it than I did.
Oh man, I love it. Then
it was mentioned once in dialogue in parentheses as a reference. I'm like, oh, and then it was mentioned again at a later. I don't want to spoil it, but like a specific High Republic, and it was very, very, very clear.
Well, I got really excited when they announced with Acolyte one of the Jedi characters, Venestra, that there's somebody playing that character. And she's one of my favorite Jedi Knights in the High Republic right now. And there are many of them. And she's the one that has, well, I don't want to say too much, but she has an interesting lightsaber. It does something quite unique with it. So
interesting.
I'll be, when they show that in Acolyte, I'll be like, man. So I'm going to be just like, look, so I'm pretty excited about Acolyte, now that they've kind of said a few more things about it. It's in the era, of the ending part of the High Republic, and now Venestra is going to be in it. So it's like, I wonder who else.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. And for whatever's worth, Glendon is right. I didn't want to talk over him. But Jedi Fallen Order has similar mechanics, but it is slower than Survivor. Survivor, you start with basically pretty much all of your abilities that you had coming from Fallen Order, which makes sense.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Plus, that's a good idea.
Don't get me wrong, there's still some that you've got to get. Just because of gameplay, it would have been, too easy if they gave you all of those right off the bat.
Yeah,
but they give you a really nice core set of abilities that you get to pull that was pulled from the first game.
Pretty much, you didn't get any new training necessarily.
No.
You got new things to do, but like
Right.
not really any new training, at least that I've unlocked yet.
The skill tree is larger
Oh my god,
than the
huge.
first one.
Huge.
And my favorite aspect that they've done, they sped up the playability of the game with fast travel.
So like
It's your meditation points.
Yeah, the meditation points.
Like you had in the first game. Every time you unlock a new meditation point, you can fast travel between those 2 points.
Typically,
and they are
on the same planet.
Right. On the same planet. And they are much closer together. You don't have to go nearly as far for a meditation point or a workbench like you did. Yeah.
So they've definitely
improved wherever.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it would be helpful. I mean, you should know at least the story of Fallen Order. You wouldn't necessarily have to play the game to appreciate the gameplay of the second one. Similar mechanics, but like the backstory is important because like all the characters, you know, that are obviously brought over from the original story.
Not too buggy, or is there?
I've been running the PC. It's crashed in a certain place.
I seen you had to reload your PC, but that was a different. That was
potentially a similar issue because it was drivers. So
yeah.
I had to roll back, and I'm fine with rolling back at this time on that front. And I'm going to be what I'm probably going to be doing is loading the game on another computer, a Tiger Lake system, and probably play it with far less graphics and far less detail. Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful game. I mean, you can tell. I mean, for as buggy as it might be, glitchy, things don't exactly line up perfectly. There are certain hiccups, but it's hard crashed on me twice in the same puzzle that I was already having a problem with. So I don't know if that was patched in the latest patch, but I'll be going back to that. That's one of the things that I
were able, obviously, to plow through it, though, eh?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can get through the game. I was able to get through the game. It's just there's certain things that are just like, that doesn't look that weird. Like, that's kind of
It just seems like it wasn't optimized as well for the PC yet, and which is a bummer.
Well,
because I have an extremely
I've read
beefy
a few things
system.
About, like PS4 and Xbox, I heard have some glitches with it too. So it's just overall with the game right now, it's worried. Well, this one's not so bad. It's not like Cyberpunk or something like that, where it was extremely half-baked, right? So they're hopefully learning their lessons with that. With all the programmers there, they just push the data. We'd rather you push the data out and get it right, and not add something like that, right?
Yeah, I see. I guess maybe I'm not as picky or particular. I wouldn't be. I mean, if I could not get the thing to run, I'd be like, dude, I need a refund because this is just not happening. But like, I'm very happy with how it played out, and I'm not, as much as I can appreciate, like, again, having ray tracing on and all the graphical detail. I don't feel like that I lost any experience in the game by not having it on and then not having it on. I don't feel like I really missed out on a tremendous amount personally. And everybody, of course, everybody's.
So you picked yourself up a gaming laptop then?
No, this was sent to me by Lenovo. Lenovo sent one of their Legions. I unboxed it a couple weeks ago. It's been a busy.
Monday.
What was it?
Last Monday. Yep.
So about a week ago.
In and out of people's streams.
I know.
And just down and out for a while myself with things. So
I've been the same way, not just because of this game, which
April was just very crazy.
I don't know what it was. I mean, you're not alone with that.
Yeah.
You're definitely not alone with that.
All over the place.
Same here.
Yeah, so I've had it here. I'm gonna probably get through a bit more of it, and then end up figuring out if I can get it on the PC that I constantly have perma connected to everything. Perma connected, for the lack of a better word, right? And then play it basically on this screen, like and so the one right here, this one here, is what I'd be playing it on, because that's a primary screen for the Windows machine that I'd be using on it. Now that I've played through it, I've given the Lenovo a good spanking. It's
so is it a pretty good gaming laptop, would you say then?
Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like it plowed through. In fact, I was having a problem last night. Like, why are things getting choppy and slow? And like then it's getting dim, and then battery. I'm like, oh my god, what's wrong? the cable had fallen loose.
Yeah, he
Out
was
of
playing on
breath.
So it was
battery.
throttling and everything too,
Yeah, it was
right?
Yeah.
throttling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To try to
But-
save the battery,
screen,
right?
doing
You're trying to
everything it
game
could.
and it's on low.
But it for whatever it's worth, what it did was like I was able to play. It was playable. But as not a professional gamer, I can forgive a lot of these issues, right? A lot of these, like, well, the frame rate was this, the frame is skipping that, and I'm like, fun. Like, yeah, I guess I'm not as particular about that kind of stuff as other people might be.
You know, some people are tinkerers. Like, you know, I speaking of that with frame rates and everything, like Battlefield 2042, now that all the patches and stuff, I started playing that a little bit now on my gaming rig over there. But I'm always constantly seeing how much more I can push out of the system because I just have fun with overclocking.
Yep.
I'm almost at its sweet spot with everything. There's a few other things I think I can push it just a little bit more, but it's funny. I'll go back in and then, you know, I'll look and I got, a couple more frame rates on this specific section and all that. And it's like, well, why? Because I'm a nerd.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying myself. It's like, I'm not even, you know, having that much fun with the game. It's just more of how hard can I push this hardware? So I like doing that kind of stuff.
Even with its bugs, I've had a great time with it so far. It's a very enjoyable game.
Oh yeah. Easy.
And the thing about it is it doesn't have to be hyper fast and hyper responsive because it's not a first person shooter. It's not twitchy.
Yep.
It's a third person, you know, parry and fight, you know, it just hack and slash.
And I button mash. Like, that's the beautiful thing about at least this I can't remember what Jedi Fallen Order was, but like basically there's a mode where it's called button masher, basically.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. I button mashed my way through it. Like, I don't understand how people could go beyond that. I really don't. But that's just me. I'm like,
they've really perfected the ray tracing with a lot of games nowadays too. Eh?
yeah.
Yeah. I remember when the 30 what was it, the 3000 series cards is when ray tracing came in. So or was it the
well, they had
it was
the
3000 series.
Yeah, the 3000 was the first ones.
Yeah, I remember the first couple games that came out and like the performance was just terrible, and so everybody's like, oh, this is awful, turn off ray tracing, and oh, what are they doing and that. And so a couple or I think it was NVIDIA sat down with a couple of them in a boardroom and said, listen, you guys are not programming the way you're supposed to program this. And so it only seemed to take like a couple weeks after that, and they got it optimized and it was working really well.
Okay.
But when it first came out of the gate, everybody was like, oh no, don't turn ray tracing on, that's terrible. It'll just knock your game down to nothing. It was just a new technology, right?
It hurt. It did hurt, I will say that. But not like, I mean, it was usable. It was still very usable. So what chip is in that for graphics? Is it
3070 Ti?
Oh, the 3070 Ti. That's not a bad card.
Yeah.
Or chip, I should say.
Yeah. 3070 Ti.
For a laptop, that's all kinds of speed.
Yep.
for gaming. It's pretty impressive.
So speaking of gaming and speed and hardware and stuff, Glendon, you got deals?
I do have some deals. I do. I can try to share my screen real quick also.
Sure, go for it.
All right, so the first one that we have here, and hopefully everybody can see that. Let me know if you can't.
They should
Do I
be.
need
No,
to-
not yet. Hang on.
Okay.
Oh wait, we're back down to 7. No, we can't see it yet. Unless it's. No, you're not sharing. Oh, you gotta. Here, there.
Bring me in.
You're in. I mean,
Okay.
you just had a screen share because you're using the screen
wide
share
monitor.
feature.
Yeah, here. let me control and zoom in on that to help you guys out.
There you go.
So this is the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro right now.
That's the one I have.
30% off for the Bluetooth version.
Wow.
This is not LTE, so $315.49.
It's a good deal.
That was a pretty significant price cut.
It's what I'm wearing. So
How you liking it?
I mean, I can't find anything better.
Well, that
For me.
says something.
Well, for me.
For you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I wish it was faster? Do I wish it was this, that, or, yeah, sure. But like, you know, for a watch that I, been wearing, daily for a year, basically. Yeah, no, it's great. It's
battery life good on it too?
Oh God, battery life's insane. I can go a couple days without charging if I needed to.
And the face stays on too?
Yeah. I mean, like if I wanted it to.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I don't have. I turned off always on display. I did turn that off.
But still, a couple days. That's pretty good.
Yeah. No, it's an all day sucker.
When I was using the Apple Watch before it died on me, the one that I had was a Generation 3, and you could only get through the day with it. You had to charge it
that
every
was
night.
me. I had a Gen 2, and it was just get through the day.
I haven't replaced it yet with anything. I'm kind of holding out because they're supposed to be getting really close with the whole glucose meter thing. And I'm hoping that that's going to get released this year. And for me, that can be a pretty good game changer, right?
Absolutely.
I won't have to keep pricking myself to not that I have to do it often anyway. I'm in control of my diabetes really good now, so I can go a few days without even testing. But like yesterday, if I'm being bad and not eating my meals or whatever at the times I should be and stuff like that and feeling low, then I'll have to go test or whatever, but usually not. But with a watch and not having to prick yourself, I'm really hopeful that's getting announced this year and I'll be all over it. But anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, absolutely. No worries. Okay, so the next one I've got here is for Star Wars fans. I figured that I'd find something, and this is a cool little collectible. 76% off for this plush Boba Fett with the rocket firing backpack. Chris, do you have this one?
Yeah, it doesn't. Your screen's not updating, I don't think.
Yeah.
It's not. I know which one you're talking about. And it's.
What about now? Is it an update yet?
Yeah, now I can see it.
Okay.
Yeah, now we can see it. It's fine.
Fine.
It's not great. Like, how much is it? Okay,
$8.
Yeah, it's not bad for a kid. Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, 76% off.
What does it do? It launches the rocket?
Well,
yeah, it's like an air pocket.
Air thing, and it shoots off, but it doesn't stay on very well. The backpack is a Velcro on the back, and it's fine. So you can take the backpack off, and it's fine. In my humble opinion.
I'm not really into plush, but I kind of like this one.
I kind of liked it too. I'm not a big plushie, but the colors really popped. That's what caught my eye.
It's definitely unique.
All right.
Sorry, I need to mute.
Go ahead.
No.
The next one that I have here is for Xbox players. If you've got a Series S or Series X, it is proprietary memory if you want to use the SSDs. But right now it's 32% off.
Holy cow.
For its storage. Normally $219, you can get it for $149. And this is the fastest that you can get. It's solid state NVMe. It plugs directly into the back of the Xbox. I've got one on mine, on my Series X.
Me too.
And I wish that I only had to pay $149 for it.
Yeah, I bought mine as soon as I got the Series X.
I
got it on launch day, and I paid way more than that.
Yep. Yeah, I paid
I mean, it's Canadian dollars, but still, it was way more than that.
But yeah, right now, if you need extra storage, especially with Jedi Fallen or Survivor, Jedi Survivor, it's like 128 gig download and install. So it's going to eat up some space pretty quickly. So
bit of a chunky monkey, these
newer
games, right?
Yeah, these newer games with these high resolutions eat up some space pretty quickly. So 32% off. I thought that was a heck of a deal. And the next one, Noop, you should like this. I don't know if you have this or not.
I haven't built it yet. And they dropped the price.
They dropped the price on it. Yeah, it's 15% off right now. You can get the Back to the Future time machine for $170. I'm thinking about picking this up for myself.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool build. I mean, like I've seen it being built. I haven't built my own yet, but I'm glad to have it in my collection. I'll get to it someday.
I figured you had it.
Yeah, I grabbed it right at launch. I wasn't like other people. They wanted, some people bought three of them so that they could do the 3, but
Yeah,
it's pretty easy to convert. I thought it's like, I'm not going to spend that kind of money on buying it. I'm lucky to get it once.
yep. Yeah, that would be me. I would probably build the one for part 1 and be done with it. That's my
cool.
favorite is the original.
Mm-hmm.
So for 170, anybody looking to save a few bucks, 15% off is a decent price discount for Lego. Usually I try to hit that 20% off before I post anything, but it was the Back to the Future. So
when I look at US prices, I always feel like I'm getting ripped off with everything I buy up here in Canada, but it's the dollar exchange. Like 170, holy cow, that's cheap. It shows 170 Canadian dollars.
I can add these next two. It's not on the Discord yet because Chris sent me one of them, and then this is the Jedi Survivor that I was telling you about right now. $10 coupon, so it would take it down to $59.99 as opposed to $69. So you could save $10. Why it's just for the PlayStation, not sure. Oh, that's the deluxe edition, but yeah, no coupon option.
Glennon, you got it for the PC, you said?
Yeah, I've got it on the PC.
Yeah.
Yep. And same thing on Steam. No
nobody,
discount.
Not a lot of people get the disc version anymore.
I would like to see.
I heard it's not even playable.
Like
you have to patch it. I heard it's not even. I could be wrong on that, but I heard it wasn't playable until you actually patched it.
That's probably true. Yeah. I mean, I had it preloaded on my PC. You could do that through Steam if you had it pre-ordered. They would let you download it, and then it would just have to unpack it. So I'm not sure what was baked into it as far as day one, if there was a patch installed with it or not. And then the next one here, and like I said, these last two are not on the deals and discounts yet, but I will get them added. This is another Lego set. This one is 20% off. It's the TIE Bomber, $51.99. Chris sent this to me just a few moments ago.
There are a few Star Wars ones that are currently on sale, actually. So I don't know if they're... So, like, if you're going to buy, like, VIP stuff on Lego just to get the discounts, don't buy something that Amazon has on sale. That's just stupid. Like get it on sale on Amazon and then, pay. Like, even the Dagobah training diorama, I think it was like 60 or whatever.
Yeah.
It's full price on Lego on the site. So it's just like, you really got to like what you're getting. Or knowing full well, like, okay, well, you're getting a good deal, and then it's not going to get discounted. So, like, this is why I'm kind of leaning to basically just getting what I need to get the coin on the Lego website, because other than that, I'll save money just getting them on Amazon easily, save money. Yeah,
that Dagobah set's been on sale for the better part of a month.
That's quite the build. It's all those little green
for the water.
Oh my goodness. It's not as fun of a build like that way. Like, I mean, I still enjoyed it. It's a cool set and I love it. I'm glad I got it, but it wasn't as enjoyable of a build as I thought it would be, just because of how meticulous and you really got to pay attention when you're laying those green tiles down.
But that is the last one that I've got for today.
Cool. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. Sorry, I was back to 7, so I just hate that 7 layout. I'm going to get back to other things, possibly staging things that aren't playing video games, getting back to, like, trying to, again, process, get through stuff so that I can move on and figure out what I'm going to do next. But thank you for tuning in. The TLDR, let's try shooting for 6 p.m. tomorrow. Although Wednesday, I won't be doing TLDR because I've got a prior engagement.
I've got
so
overtime
TLDR
that
is
night,
not
too.
happening, or at least on my end, won't be happening on Wednesday. I know
Which is fine because I won't be available either on Wednesday.
And I've
this
got
week.
overtime Wednesday. Wednesday is a busy day for
I
everyone.
do have a prior engagement as well.
Sweet. That works.
Lined up a bunch of overtime for
Wednesday's
Wednesday
good.
night.
Then Wednesday's good. Okay. I love you. I appreciate you. But at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices, and may the force be with you always. Feel free to stop into the live stream if you want. You can join the stream doing something. It doesn't have to be playing video games. Could be doing one thing or another. You're more than welcome to join, even if it's just in chat, because it is going 24/7. We're talking about what you might be interested in talking about. I don't know. It's kind of decided as we go. But appreciate you spending time here. But you can hear watching if you are watching the archive. But even if you're watching live, it's great to have you as well. And if you're not already familiar with where you can get the Twitch broadcast,